Hey guys, it's Payton Peoples with Payton Peoples and Company, Keller Williams Realty Atlanta Partners, and we are starting a awesome new segment called Tuesday Talks with one of my preferred lenders. This is Megan. Megan is the branch manager in the Sonoya location for CrossCountry Mortgage. So hi, Megan.
Hey, how are you?
Great. How are you?
Good, thank you.
So we are two moms killing it in real estate, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yes,
Lack of sleep and everything.
that's right. So we're relatable, right?
Yes, definitely.
So for those of you who don't know, with me being a realtor, I'm handling all of the house stuff. So we go look at houses, we negotiate the contracts, we work through all the legal mumbo jumbo stuff, but Megan is in charge of all things financial. So a lot of times people are very uneducated or just overwhelmed by options that are available or not available for financing. And especially with our market right now, things are shifting so much and changing every day that it's hard for people to keep up with. So what we want to do is on a local level, kind of update people on a weekly basis. So for a real estate snapshot right now, things are slower than they were, let's say, this time last year. So this time last year, just numbers of properties listed, it's gone down almost 12% from last year to this year. And I feel like all of us can collectively say that we're feeling that now. And I think a lot of that is some of the things that Megan will address. Yeah. With rates and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Peachtree City, super nice area, highly sought after for people to move to. Currently, as of today, has 16 active listings, 2 coming soon listings, and 8 are under contract. And kind of give you a perspective, in October, there was 41 total sales in all of Peachtree City. So let's look at Sonoya. Sonoya is another really highly sought after area for us. Their October sales was 34 total. So not super high, but not super low either. Days on market fluctuates between a week and a week and a half. That's kind of where we are right now. Now, if you had asked us 6 months ago, we would have said 2 hours, but not now. So things have drastically slowed down, and the holidays are coming up. So all of that kind of plays into it, but I'd love to hear from you, Megan, about options that people have that maybe they don't know about, or just anything you can share with us.
Yeah. Well, like you said, I mean, we're all feeling kind of a slowdown, but on the positive note too, that's kind of like the cyclical, structure or history that, this time of year typically has, right? Like, Christmas, Thanksgiving, everything kind of takes a slower pace anyway. So, that's a positive side of everything. One thing I think that's also contributing to that is also the higher rates that people are seeing. So they're not able to afford, number one, as much of a house, as they wanted to, and the house that they want or are able to afford, their payment has gone up significantly from what they anticipated. So it's creating a whole nother ballpark and a whole nother set of what people may consider issues or deterrents, when purchasing a new home. But one of the things we're offering, and I know a lot of companies are, but we have 4 different options with it, are buy downs. So how that works is the seller, you can use seller contributions, and they don't care how you use them because they're contributing the money towards closing costs. Well, you can use that to buy down your rate if you purchase with CrossCountry. We have 4 different options, and I'm not going to go into the mega details, but basically, they're temporary buy downs, and you have everything from 1 year to 3 year options. So, depending on how how long you either, I mean, that's what my job is too, to find out how long you're going to stay in this house, how long, you know, you want to take before you refinance, and anything like that we can take into consideration. And I'm happy to run the numbers to see which option's best. But we have a lot of options with the buy down programs, which can inevitably save you thousands of dollars in monthly payments. So we all know that the rates are going to come back down. Not, I don't think, I mean, we're predicting in the fives. We're in the sevens now. We're hoping to see in the fives. Like I'm hoping spring, summer. So there are options to get locked into that house, you know, before the market evens out a little bit more and the recession comes into play and the rates come down. So we always say, you know, marry the house, date the rate, because you can always refinance.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest options we have right now with purchasing is, you know, saving the buyers that much money on the front end with the buy down programs we have.
Is there a cap on the amount of money that can go towards that?
So each loan program has different contribution requirements or limitations, and we can review that depending on what fits the borrower the best. It's a huge option with contributions to closing costs, whether it's a 1 year, 2 year, or 3 year buy down, depending on how much the seller is contributing and all that too.
Yeah, those are great options that, I mean, there's so many clients and just people in general who are not aware that that's even an option. Another big thing that people are talking about now is assumable loans. That's a whole nother thing that a lot of people have no idea about. A little bit more difficult. Maybe that's something we can talk about another time, but not quite as easy as the buy down program, but the buy down really makes it very simple to be able to get into your home now. And then you kind of work through it as, you know, the years go on. So, and you know, who knows, if you're only going to be in the house for a couple of years, then that's a great option. Refinancing is always an option. Awesome. Well, is there anything else going on that you'd like for everybody to know?
I think, you know, people are scared of what's going on in the market. And I always tell them, you know, it's cyclical. It is. It's not going to crash. This is not another 07, 08 scenario where we're handing out mortgages like candy. This is tied to inflation. Mortgage rates are tied to inflation. So once inflation completely evens out, which we're seeing it decrease slightly from the reports we got even this morning, you know, then the rates will come down when inflation comes down. So I'm trying to tell people to hang in there. It's not the end of the world. This is not a crash scenario happening. It's simply inflation. And like I said, mortgage rates are tied to inflation. So patience.
Yes. Yes. But the nice thing, you know, if you are working with either one of us as a client, you know, we work really well together. We understand how this whole system works and the communication that's needed from beginning to end. And so what I love about working with Megan and her team is that I can bring them a client, and if we're ready to go, we could be in a house closed in 3 weeks, and Megan's team can make that happen every time.
Definitely, or less.
Yeah, or less. So cool. Well, thanks. I look forward to talking to you next week.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And all of our contact information will be below. So if you want to reach out to either one of us for any of your real estate needs, let us know.